Yesterday in this series, the 1983 Philadelphia Phillies catapulted themselves into a tie for third place with an 11-4 victory over the 1979 Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers fell to 6-4 and a tie for third place in the American League standings. Interestingly enough, the Brewers had a 4-2 lead going into the bottom of the sixth in yesterday's game, and the Phillies scored 9 runs over the next 3 innings to win it going away at 11-4. Starting pitcher Larry Sorensen for the Milwaukee Brewers was ejected from the game 2 batters into it, and the Brewers bullpen didn't get the job done. They started to. They did okay for a while, but then they fell apart. Today, the Phillies have a chance to do more damage to the 79 Brewers' hopes as Marty Bystrom takes the mound for them in his first start of this mini season of 18 games. Marty in 1983 pitched in 24 games with 23 starts and 119 innings pitched. He had a 6-9 record with a 4.30 earned run average. He takes the mound for the Phillies today against Jim Slaton for the 79 Brewers. Jim was 15-9 with a 3.63 earned run average in 1979. He had 31 starts, 12 complete games, and 213 innings pitched. Should be a good one, a pair of right-handers going at it in a game both teams need. This is the payoff pitch dream season. Let's go to the lineups. In 1979, manager George Bamberger had largely a set lineup for his Milwaukee Brewers. He did have a rotation at catcher between Buck Martinez and Charlie Moore. And Ben Oglivie didn't play against all left-handed pitching, but everyone else pretty much went every day. They are the visiting team tonight. Let's look at the lineup. Paul Molitor leads off at second base. Robin Yount bats second at shortstop. Cecil Cooper bats third at first base. Ben Oglivie plays left field and bats fourth. Sixto Lezcano bats fifth and plays right field. Sal Bando bats sixth at third base. Gorman Thomas bats seventh in center field. And Charlie Moore bats eighth behind the plate. Jim Slaton will bat ninth for the Brewers tonight and do the pitching. For the 83 Phillies, interchangeable parts on their team. Joe Morgan leads off at second base. Pete Rose bats second at first base. Mike Schmidt bats third at third base. Von Hayes bats fourth in right field. Gary Maddox bats fifth in center field. Greg Gross bats sixth in left field. Bo Diaz bats seventh and does the catching. Ivan DeJesus bats eighth and plays shortstop. And as I told you, Marty Bystrom will do the pitching and bat ninth. We are ready to go in this one. Game both teams need. Both teams want it. So we'll see who gets it in this battle of 6 and 4 ball clubs in the dream season. Interleague play tonight. Molitor leads off. The pitch from Bystrom is hit in the air to right field. Von Hayes coming on, and he will make the catch for out number 1. Robin Yount comes up, 282 against righties for Robin. Excuse me, he skies this one to left, but not deep. Greg Gross coming on, and he will make the catch for out number 2. And now Cecil Cooper, who hit 330 against righties on the 79 season. This one is trouble. It's in the gap in right center, and it's going to split Hayes and Maddox and go to the wall. It's going to be a double for Coop. With 2 outs, the Brewers have a man in scoring position for Ben Oglivie. Benji, 270 against righties, a key part of that team. And he strikes out because I built him up. He strikes out, and the Brewers failed to score in the first. We go to the bottom of the first, and we're scoreless in Philly. It'll be Morgan, Rose, and Schmidt to face Jim Slaton. By this point in Slaton's career, he had become a soft tosser, but possessed a good breaking ball and certainly was capable of giving a lot of innings to the crew. So Morgan leads off against Slaton. Here's the pitch from Jim, and he walked him. Joe's aboard. Pete Rose stands in. Morgan always a threat to steal. Slaton to the belt. The pitch is grounded to short. This is Yount. To Molitor for 1. To Cooper for 2. It's a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play for the Brewers. And Schmidt will come to the plate with 2 outs and nobody aboard. And this is a base hit up the middle for Mike. So a single, and he's on for Von Hayes. There's 2 men out. Hayes, 259 against right-handers. Slaton to the belt, checks Schmidt at first. This is a hanger, and this is trouble. It's going to get over Thomas's head and bounce off the wall. Schmidt is going to score all the way from first. Hayes rounding second. He's going for third, and he's there sliding with a triple. Hayes with a run-scoring triple with 2 outs in the first. Phillies lead 1-0. Gary Maddox coming to bat. Gary, 253 against righties. Slaton to the belt. The pitch is grounded to Molitor. He's going to throw to Cooper. And that will retire the Phillies in the first, but they plate 1 and take a 1-0 lead going to the top of the second, where Bystrom will face Liscano, Bando, and Thomas for Milwaukee. Brewers right on the edge, not just of a playoff spot, but of a pretty decent seed if they can keep winning. Liscano stands in at 294 against right-handers. Bystrom, the wind and the pitch. He struck him out. Second strikeout of the game for Bystrom. 1 gone. Bando, 265 against right-handers. Pitch from Marty. Hey, struck him out. 2 gone. 3 strikeouts in a row for Bystrom. And now Gorman Thomas. 238 on the season, but with 45 dongs. The pitch. He struck out the side and has struck out 4 Brewers in a row. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Phillies. Slaton coming back out. He'll face Gross, Diaz, and DeJesus in the Phillies second. Jim, the wind, the pitch. It's a base hit up the middle, and Gross is aboard with a single. Bo Diaz, an excellent double play target. If Slaton can get him to hit it on the ground, definitely a possibility. Jim to the belt, checks Gross, pitch home. Popped him up. Robin Yount on the infield will take it, and that's out number 1. DeJesus, Slaton to the belt again, checks Gross. It's a base hit to center. Gross will stop at second, and 2 on with 1 out for Bystrom. Marty, a decent hitting pitcher. Don't know if they're going to ask him to bunt. Paul Owens flashing a bunch of signs. Slaton to the belt. The pitch. Bystrom is bunting. He popped it up. Charlie Moore will take it, and the runners do not advance. So with 2 outs, it's Morgan. Gross at second. DeJesus at first. Slaton to the belt. The pitch home. He struck him out, and that ends the second inning for the Phillies. But they maintain a 1-0 lead going to the third. It'll be Moore, Slaton, and Molitor for the Brewers in the top of the third. Charlie, 302 against righties. Bystrom the wind and the pitch. Hit to center field. Maddox coming on, and he'll make the catch for out number 1 in the third. Slaton standing in. Bystrom winds. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. 2 gone. 5 Ks for Bystrom, and with 2 outs and nobody on, it's Molitor. Bystrom the wind. The pitch to Paul is a base hit to right. He goes the other way, and he's on. A threat to go. 33 steals for Molitor. Yount coming up. Cooper on deck. Bystrom to the belt. Pitch to Yount is trouble. This one is driven deep. It's going to be off the wall and get past Maddox and the rebound. Look at Molitor fly. Yount heading to third. He's safe standing with a triple. And Molitor scores the tying run. We're knotted at 1 in Philly with 2 outs in the top of the third. Cooper comes to the plate with the lead run 90 feet away. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a double. Bystrom winds and the pitch. Skied a mile in the air, but not deep. Gary Maddox in center field is going to take it. The Brewers tie the game with 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1. And we go to the bottom of the third, 1-1. Slaton back out with a new lease on life. We'll face Rose, Schmidt, and Hayes in the Philly third. Pitch to Rose is a base hit to center for Pete. Not really a threat to go at this point in his career. 42 years old. Never really was much of a base stealer. Schmidt comes to the plate. Mike singled and scored in the first. Slaton to the belt. Pitch home. Hit a mile in the air to right. Lescano towards the line. Rose hustles back to first. And there's 1 out. Hayes 1 for 1 with an RBI triple in the first. Slaton to the belt. Pitch to Von. He struck him out. 2 down and 2 strikeouts now for Slaton. With Maddox at the plate. Gary's 0 for 1. This is a base hit to center. Rose will stop at second. Gorman Thomas will throw it back in. There's 2 outs and 2 on for Greg Gross. Greg singled last inning. Slaton in a jam. The pitch to Greg. Ground ball short. Yount to Molitor for the short way. And that will retire the Phillies in the third. Nothing across, 2 hits. Go to the fourth. It's 1-1. We got a good one in Philly tonight. Bystrom back on the bump. Ogilvy, Lescano, and Bando coming up for the Brewers. Benji 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Bystrom the wind and the pitch. Ground ball third. Glove by Schmidt near the bag. Throws to Rose and there's 1 down. Lescano 0 for 1, a strikeout. This is hit to Morgan. He just booted it. It's a 1-base error for Morgan. Lescano is safe at first. So with 1 out and 1 on, it's Bando. Struck out in the second, and he's only at bat. Bystrom to the belt. Wants Bando to hit it on the ground. The pitch. He doesn't. He goes the other way. Base hit. Falls just in front of Hayes, so Loscano had to hold up. He will, advance to second. And with one out, there's two on now for Gorman Thomas. It's Loscano at second, Bando at first, Thomas at the plate, Bystrom in a jam. Gorman struck out in the second as well. Marty of the belt, the pitch. Base hit to right, same thing. Hayes almost trapped it. Loscano stops at third, Bando to second, Thomas safe at first. The bases are dripping with Brewers, and it's Charlie Moore at the plate. Slaton is on deck. Bystrom now in a full-blown jam. The infield is at double play depth. He's trying to work his way out of it. Ed Farmer is taking off his jacket in the Philly bullpen. Bystrom to the belt, the pitch home, walked him. Charlie Moore just drew a walk that brings home a run, so Bystrom walked in a run. It's 2-1 Brewers with Slaton coming to the plate. What's Bamberger going to do now? Phillies infield is in. Pitch to Slaton. He is not bunting. Hit in the air to right. Von Hayes. Not deep enough to score anybody. 2 outs. Molitor comes to the plate. Paul is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Brewers lead 2-1. Bases dripping with Brewers. Bystrom to the belt. The pitch home to Molly. Is a base hit to right. It's going to score Bando from third. It's going to score Thomas from second. Moore is going to go to third. Molitor with a 2-run single. It's 4-1 Brewers. And here comes Paul Owens out of the dugout. Farmer not ready yet. It doesn't look like. He just started throwing. But it's 4-1 and there's 2 outs. Men at the corners. Charlie Moore at third. Paul Molitor at first. Robin Yount at the plate. Bystrom to the belt again. The pitch, it's a hanger for Yount. It's deep to left. Gross off the wall. Off the wall for Yount. Gross fields it. It's going to score Moore, obviously, from third. Molitor was on the run with contact. He scores all the way from first. And Yount is on second with a 2-run double. That is going to do it for Bystrom. And all of a sudden, the Brewers have a 6-1 lead in this one. Paul Owens making a double switch. Ed Farmer is going to be the new pitcher. He's going to bat in the sixth spot in the order. And Bobby Dernier will be the new left fielder and bat ninth. Farmer, 0-6 with a 6.08 earned run average. 12 games, 26 innings in 83. Ed was near the end, but in his day, he was a solid pitcher. All-star in 1980 for the White Sox. So Cooper is up. Yount is at a second. There are 2 men out. Bystrom's line, 3 2/3. 7 hits. He walked 1. 5 strikeouts, maybe a little too enamored of the strikeout pitch. 6 runs. So far, Yount is his responsibility. And we'll see what happens. No home runs allowed. So, Farmer the pitch to Cooper. Ground ball to Jesus. To Rose, and that retires the side. So Farmer stops the bleeding, but the Brewers plate 5 on 4 hits and leave 1. After 4.5, it's Brewers 6, Phillies 1. Slaton coming back out, ready to enjoy his lead. Up for the Phillies will be Diaz, De Jesus, and Dernier. And no, I didn't plan it that way. Well, actually, I kind of did when I made the double switch. So, Slaton will face Diaz. Bo is 0 for 1. And Phillies are now looking up at a 6-1 deficit. And here we go. The pitch to Bo is, and we have maybe, the heavens have opened. But no effect on the game, so we'll keep playing. Diaz still 0 for 1. The pitch to him from Slaton hit him. He hit Bo Diaz with a pitch, and so Bo makes his way down to first base with De Jesus coming up. Ivan 1 for 1. Pitch from Slaton. Grounded to Cooper. Cecil goes to Yount for 1. Relay to Slaton covering, and De Jesus beats the rap at first. So it's a fielder's choice. De Jesus on board at first base. Diaz retired on the force. Dernier for his first at bat hit .250 against righties in 1983. The pitch. He spanks this one to right field. De Jesus, not feeling adventurous, stops at second base. There's men at first and second. Now for Morgan. Look at the Phillies coming right back with a threat of their own. Joe 0 for 1 with a walk and a whiff. Slaton to the belt. The pitch. Is a comebacker. Slaton whirls, throws to Yount at second, and Dernier takes him out. So De Jesus advances to third. Morgan is safe at first, and the Phillies have men at the corners for Rose. Pete is 1 for 2. Slaton to the belt, infield at normal depth. The pitch home to Pete. Grounded to third, taken by Bando. He's going to throw to Cooper, and that will retire the Phillies in the fourth. They threaten, but do not score. We go to the fifth. Milwaukee 6, Philadelphia 1. And for the Brewers, it'll be Ogilvy, Lescano, and Bando for Milwaukee coming to the plate. Benji is 0 for 2. Pitch from Farmer, he hit him. So we got a little bit of a beanball war going on here. Teams do not like each other. Instant retaliation for hitting Bo Diaz, which Ed Farmer, that's pretty consistent. Just ask Al Collins. Lescano 0 for 2 with a run scored and a whiff. Pitch from Farmer to Lescano. Ground ball to Rose. Pete goes to De Jesus, and 1 is all they're going to get. Lescano safe at first. Bando now 1 for 2 with a run scored. Faces Farmer. Ed to the belt. Pitch to Sal. To right. Not deep. Von Hayes. 2 down. And Gorman Thomas, also 1 for 2 with a run scored. Faces Farmer with 2 outs and Lascano at first. Ed to the belt, the pitch to Gorman. Ground ball second. Morgan flips to the Jesus the short way and retires the Brewers center fielder for the 3rd out in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and it's Brewers 6, Phillies 1. My friends, are you like me? Is your Pop-Tart not satisfactory? Is it not everything it could be? Is it not up to snuff? Is it even sometimes flaccid? Well, I've got your solution. It's the always organic Nature's Path frosted bunch of blueberries toaster pastries. That's right. You thought a Pop-Tart couldn't be organic. Well, you were wrong, bucko. Real fruit, no artificial flavors or synthetic colors. It's got a new look and the same great taste. It's Nature's Path, bub. Frosted bunch of blueberries toaster pastries. Let's look at the nutrition facts. Total fat, by the way, 2 pastries is a serving. Don't crush the box. Okay, sorry about that. Total fat, 10%. Cholesterol, nothing. Sodium, 11%. Crush the box, 33%. Yeah, they're a little salty. You might... Oh, my goodness. All right, buy them. Nature's Path, frosted bunch of blueberries, toaster pastries. All right, bottom. Oh, my God. Bottom of the 5th. Here we go. Mike Schmidt, Von Hayes, and Gary Maddox for the Phillies, trying to get back in it. Schmidt, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Grounded to short, that's Yount. He throws to Cooper, there's 1 gone. Von Hayes, 1 for 2. Base hit, left field. Hayes goes the other way, and he's aboard with a single. Now Gary Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 2. They said water covers 2/3 of the earth, and Maddox covers the other half. The other... Sorry. The other third, not the other half. You know, there's 3 kinds of people. Those that can count and those that can't. So, all right. The pitch to Maddox is a base hit to center. That's going to send Hayes all the way to third as the throw comes into second. Slaton back in trouble. He's gotten out of trouble, but he's been in it a lot. Farmer's spot in the order comes up. What do they want to do here? Well, they're going to go to the bench. Ed Farmer, 1 1/3 innings. No hits, no runs. No walks, no strikeouts. 1 hit batter. Joe LaFay is going to pinch hit for Farmer. Brewers infield, double play depth. Slaton to the belt, pitch home. Trouble. That's a center field. That's going to be over Thomas's head. At 1 hops the wall. Hayes scores from third. Maddox will stop at third, and the Phillies have 2 in scoring position now. It's a 6-2 ball game, but they've got runs 3 and 4 in scoring position if Diaz can bring them home. Bo is 0 for 1 and hit by a pitch. Slaton to the belt. The pitch to Bo Diaz. Ground ball, Yount. He will throw to Cooper, and Maddox will score. LaFay holds second, and it's 6-3 now. To Jesus with 2 outs. Dernier on deck. Slaton to the belt, checks LaFay at second. The pitch home to DeJesus is skied to left, but not deep. Ogilvy coming on. He will make the catch and retire the Phillies in the 5th, but they score 2 on 3 hits, leaving 1. It's 6-3 after 5. New Phillies pitcher coming on to face Moore, Molitor, and Yount will be Ron Reed. Ron Reed, 9-1 in 83 with a 348 earned run average. Moore, Slaton, and Molitor. Sorry, I forgot we're having the pitchers hit here. Moore, Slaton, and Molitor are up in the 6th for Milwaukee. Reed, the wind, the pitch to Charlie. He struck him out. 1 gone in the 6th. Brewers up 3, but it's feeling a little shaky at this point, I gotta tell you. Slaton at the plate. He struck him out, 2 gone. And now Molitor, nobody aboard. Skied to right, but not deep. Von Hayes with room and makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3-6 for Reed and the Phillies. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Milwaukee 6, Philadelphia 3. And it'll be Dernier, Morgan, and Rose coming to the plate. For Philadelphia. Slaton to the belt. Slaton the wind. Slap to left. Ben Ogilvy coming on. He's got it. 1 down. Joe Morgan, 0 for 2, walking a whiff. To left. Ogilvy toward the line this time. Will make the catch. That's 2 gone. And now Rose, 1 for 3. Base hit to left. Goes the other way. Pete's 2 for 4. And now Schmidt comes up. Phillies are back in this game if he goes deep. Slaton to the belt. Checks Rose. Pitch. Popped him up. He was thinking long ball. Sal Bando calling and taking. We go to the 7th. Milwaukee 6, Philadelphia 3. Reed back out for his 2nd inning. Yount, Cooper, Ogilvy for the Brewers. Want some insurance runs. Reed the wind and the pitch. And it's a base hit to left for Yount. He's going to be on. Cooper's 1 for 3 with a double. Yount is a home run away from the cycle. Reed to the belt. The pitch. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Reed. Ogilvy coming up. Benji's 0 for 2. Hit hard, down the line. Past Rose into the corner. Von Hayes has to go dig it out. Yount will stop at 3rd with 1 out. And Ogilvy's aboard at 2nd. Lescano comes to the plate. Reed in a jam. Phillies infield comes in. Tug McGraw starts warming in the pen. Lescano's 0 for 3 with a run scored. Reed to the belt. The pitch home to Sixto. Ground ball, Rose. Rose, Yount is coming home. Rose throws home. Diaz makes the tag. They got him. Ogilvy advances to third. Lescano is safe on the fielder's choice, and with 2 outs, they have men at the corners for Bando. No runs in yet. Sal is 1 for 3 with a run scored. 2 men out. McGraw not loose yet. Thomas on deck. Reed, the belt, the pitch to Bando. He walked him. The bases are dripping with Brewers, and it's Gorman Thomas at the plate, capable of going yard. Gorman, 1 for 3. Reed to the belt, the pitch home. Hit to De Jesus. Ivan. Gloves it. Throws to Morgan, and unbelievably, Ron Reed gets out of the mess. No runs on 1 hit. On 2 hits, they leave 3. And after 6.5, it's still Milwaukee 6, Philadelphia 3 at the vet. For Philly, it's Von Hayes, Gary Maddox, and a pinch hitter for Reed coming on in the bottom of the 7th. We're stretching them out in Philadelphia. Alrighty. Slaton in his 7th inning of work. Von Hayes, 2 for 3, triple, single, ribby. Pitch to Slaton. Or pitch from Slaton. Ground ball third taken by Bando to his left. Throws to Cooper. 1 down. Gary Maddox 2 for 3 with a run scored. Slaton the wind. The pitch to him. Ground ball third. Bando in his tracks. Throws to Cooper. 2 down. And now the pinch hitter. Reed being called back. No surprise there. Going to be Tony Perez. They want him to pop one. Let's see if he can do it. Tony was 41. And they got Morgan and Perez added to the crew for 1983 and called them the Wheeze Kids. Not the Whiz Kids, the Wheeze Kids. I don't know if that does anything for you or not. Pitch from Slaton to Perez. Tony hits it to Lescano. It's going to drop. And it falls for a base hit. Perez is aboard at first base, not a speed demon. Bo Diaz, speaking of not a speed demon, is at the plate. Bo is 0 for 2 with a ribby. De Jesus is on deck. Slaton to the belt. The pitch to Bo Diaz. It's a base hit to left. Perez, of course, goes 1 base, and there's 2 on with 2 outs for De Jesus. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The Brewers are leading this one 6-3. Mcclure and Cleveland are throwing in the Brewer bullpen. Double-barreled action. De Jesus in there against Slaton. Jim to the belt. Checks Perez at second. Laughs a little. Pitches home. It's a hanger to De Jesus. And it's a base hit to center field. Perez, off with contact, will score. Diaz will get to third as the throw comes into second base. They want to keep DeJesus from getting into scoring position. It's 6-4. Slaton in a mess. Men at the corners. The relievers are not ready. Dernier at the plate. Diaz at third. DeJesus at second. 6-4 Milwaukee. Slaton to the belt. The pitch. Grounded to third. Bando to Molitor, the short way for the force. Brewers escape the seventh. Go to the eighth with a 2-run lead at 6-4. The new pitcher for Philadelphia will be Tug McGraw. Yeah, McGraw will be in the 6th spot in the order. Tug in 83, 2-1 with a 356 earned run average, 34 games, 55 innings. Moore, Slaton, Maybe, and Molitor are due, with Mcclure and Cleveland still throwing in the Brewer bullpen. Charlie, 0 for 2, but he walked, he drove in a run, and he scored a run. The pitch from Tug to center field. Not deep. Gary Maddox will take it, and there's one man gone in the Brewers' 8th. Dick Davis coming out of the dugout to hit for Slaton. Slaton's numbers on the evening: 7 innings, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 hits. He walked 1. He struck out 2. 4 runs all earned. No home runs allowed. Dick Davis, 242 against left-handers. Pitch from Tug McGraw is grounded to DeJesus. Ivan throws to Rose, and that's 2 down. And now Molitor with 2 outs and nobody aboard. McGraw the wind. The pitch is a base hit to left. Molitor's on. He's 3 for 5. Yount, 3 for 4. 3 ribbies, double, triple. If he hits a homer, he's got the cycle. McGraw to the belt. The pitch grounded to second. Morgan flips to DeJesus, and that'll retire the Brewers in the 8th. 1 run, nothing across. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. We got a new Brewer pitcher coming on. It's Bob Mcclure. One of the short men in the Brewer bullpen in 79. 36 games, 5 saves, 51 innings, 5-2 record, 388 earned run average. Morgan, Rose, and Schmidt, with the Brewers nursing a 6-4 lead in the bottom of the 8th in Philadelphia. In a game both teams really want to have. Joe Morgan is not going to be hit for. So he's 0 for 3 with a walk and a whiff on his day. And Mcclure has the platoon advantage. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch to Morgan. To center. Gorman Thomas in his tracks. 1 down. Pete Rose, 2 for 4. Pitch to Pete. Base hit, 3 for 5 for Rose. Tying run comes to the plate in Schmidt. Are they going to make a change here? No, they're going to let Mcclure face him. Von Hayes is on deck. Mcclure to the belt. Checks Rose. The pitch. It's trouble. It's to left and deep. Ogilvy back to the wall. It's gone. We're tied. Schmidt's left the building, and so has Elvis. 6-6 in Philadelphia with 1 out in the 8th. Von Hayes coming up. Von is 2 for 4. Ground ball, Yount to Cooper, 2 down. And now Maddox. Walked him. McGraw is due. He will not bat. Al Holland has started to throw in the Phillies bullpen. Gary Matthews coming to the plate, and that's going to bring out George Bamberger. As Matthews will not face Mcclure, evidently, and so we're going to have Reggie Cleveland. Brewers bullpen just isn't getting it done. Reggie, 1-5 with a 671 earned run average. Bill Castro starting to throw in the bullpen, although he has not been shut down himself. But he's throwing. Matthews at the plate. Maddox at first. Matthews at the plate. Maddox at first. 2 men out. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. Cleveland gets him. We're going to go to the 9th. A 2-run 8th on 2 hits gives Philly a tie, and we go to the 9th. It's Cooper, Ogilvy, and Lescano to face Al Holland, their closer, in the 9th. Alrighty, Holland's a lefty. 68 games, 8-4 record, 226 earned run average, 25 saves, 91 innings. Cooper's 1 for 4. Let's see if Cecil can get on. It's hit to center, but not deep. Maddox is going to make the catch, and that's 1 gone. Ogilvy, 329 against lefties. 1 for 3 today. Pitch to Benji. He doesn't strike him out. It goes down the line past Schmidt. Gonna bounce around in the corner for Dernier, who gets it back in. Ogilvy's got his 2nd double of the day. Lescano, 4-11 against lefties. Ogilvy in scoring position. There's 1 man out. They're going to walk they're going to walk Lescano. 1st and 2nd now for Bando. Sal, 197 against lefties. Holland, ready to face him. Gorman Thomas on deck. Not the right-handed batter they'd really like to see face Holland. But let's see what happens. Bando in there now to face Holland, 1 out. The pitch to Sal. Base hit. Goes to left field. It's going to advance Ogilvy to 3rd, Lescano to 2nd, and the bases are dripping with Brewers for Gorman Thomas and a left-handed pitcher at the plate. Gorman, 265 against lefties with a 398 on-base average and a 598 slugging percentage. Holland to the belt. The infield is in. Ogilvy at 3rd, Lescano at 2nd, Bando at 1st. The pitch. He walked him. It's 7-6 Milwaukee. Holland walks in the lead run. Milwaukee leads 7-6. Charlie Moore comes to the plate. Infield still in. Charlie 0 for 3. Holland to the belt. It's a grounder up the middle base hit. It's through there. Lascano scores. Bando scores. Thomas to third. And it's men at the corners now for Reggie Cleveland, who will be allowed to bat. Infield stays in. Holland wants to get this guy. Hayes strikes out. 2 gone. And they're going to go get Holland. That's going to do it for him. Molitor coming to the plate. Willie Hernandez is the last guy they got down there, and he is coming on to face Molitor. The score, 9-6 Milwaukee. Thomas at third, Moore at first. The pitch from Hernandez. Base hit, Molitor, 10-6. Moore stops at second. A 4-run ninth has blown this thing open. Yount coming to the plate, 3 for 5. Molitor has 4 hits. Yount working on 4. Hernandez to the belt. It's a hanger. Left field and deep. Bobby Dernier to the wall, and he's gonna make the catch. It's 10-6 Milwaukee as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Reggie Cleveland is on. The Phillies have Diaz, DeJesus, and Dernier coming up. They also have a few guys left on the bench. Kiko Garcia, Sixto Lascano, and Ozzie Virgil. None of whom auditioned for the 27 Yankees. Diaz, 1 for 3 with a ribby. The pitch to Bo. Ground ball, Cooper. Gonna take it himself, and there's 1 down. DeJesus. Boy, the Phillies came all the way back to tie it at 6, and then blew up the bullpen in the 9th. 2 for 4 for DeJesus. The pitch. Popped him up. Paul Molitor. 2 down. And Dernier. Phillies down 4 with 2 outs in the 9th. Ground ball second. Taken by Molitor. Throw to Cooper. It's a 1-2-3 9th inning for Cleveland. And the Brewers win this one 10-6. Give you the totals for Milwaukee. 10 runs. On 14 hits. And they committed no errors. For the vanquished Philadelphia Phillies, 6 runs on 16 hits. And they committed 1 error. Winning pitcher, Reggie Cleveland. Losing pitcher, Al Holland. No save in the ball game. Brewers now advance to 7-4 and very, very much in the thick of the American League pennant race. Phillies dropped to 6-5. They are tied for 4th at this point. They have some work to do. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a slugfest. My name's Kurt Berglund. Please click like and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with all the Payoff Pitch Dream Season action. Thank you, and have a great night. So long, everybody.